Hey friends, as a dividend stock investor, I am always so grateful. I'm incredibly grateful when a dividend increase is small or when it's large. I always celebrate because I want to remain positive and grateful for the blessings that are in my life, because I believe in the law of attraction and that this gratefulness is important because it attracts even more dividend increases and income my way. Today, as you can see on the screen, IBM, they announced their 30th consecutive year of dividend increases. And today's increase, it was 0.6%, which is not huge, but nonetheless, 30 consecutive years is amazing. What's even more amazing is I have owned IBM for a while. As you can see on the screen, here's an OG Thug Life throwback video. I bought it just on faith and fundamentals alone, before the Red Hat acquisition, before the new CEO, Arvind Krishna, who has turned this company around, and I have flourished as an investor over the last 5 or so years because the company has transformed. And so when IBM increased the dividend today, I celebrated that across all my social media. Even though it was only 0.6%, I had so much gratitude because, again, it doesn't matter whether it's a smaller dividend increase, a larger dividend increase. I'm grateful for it all. And so I came up with a new concept called the Dividend Magnet. And so I've covered the Dividend Snowball here on my channel a few times. I'm going to link in the pinned comment below to a few videos that I did covering the Dividend Snowball effect. I love covering the Dividend Snowball effect because it encapsulates why dividend stock investing works so well. It works really well because of net new capital invested. It works really well because of dividend increases. It works really well because of dividend reinvestment. And the snowball can get enhanced even further for investors who are lucky enough to invest in tax-advantaged retirement accounts. But I have a problem with the snowball. The problem with the snowball is this snowball, it's growing, it's getting really big. You kind of push it. You push it down the hill, and as it goes down the hill and it grows and it grows and it grows, it's getting bigger. It's almost like a runaway train. It's a runaway snowball. But the problem with that analogy, as I see it, is this snowball is running away from the investor. It's kind of out of control. It's getting so big that the investor can't even keep up with the snowball anymore. And so I have an analogy that I believe is even better to illustrate what I'm doing as a dividend investor called the Dividend Magnet Theory. As you can see on the screen in front of you right now, here it is. This is what I came up with today. As I was thinking through the law of attraction, the power of attraction, me attracting so much goodness into my life thanks to this dividend stock investing strategy. And I believe that investors all around the world, dividend investing, it is for everyone. And this dividend magnet theory, it can attract wealth, happiness, joy into anyone's life who chooses to participate in dividend stock investing. And so there you see on the screen in the middle of it all, that's me, PPCE, and there's a magnet there. I'm attracting a lot of good stuff my way. But I have some numbers here. I want to go through this illustration kind of in order because this is how I am living life right now as I break out of the active work cycle, and my life increasingly is becoming kind of magnetized, and I'm bringing all kinds of good stuff my way. So as you see on the upper right-hand side of the screen, the first block with a number 1 next to it illustrates active work or a job. When I work a job, or really anyone works a job, energy leaves me. Energy leaves the person working the job. And you can see by the size of that box, a lot of energy is leaving me. It takes a lot of energy. I'm trading my energy, my time for money. And you can see there, because of the job, I get a paycheck. Step 2. This is illustrated in green. Anything in green means the energy, it's coming back to me. And this paycheck, boy, that's great energy that's coming back to me. That's fuel. Now, worth noting, the paycheck is less than the energy expended. And of course, that makes sense. It's only fair. Employers hire employees so that they can profit. Businesses exist to profit. And so the employee typically will be paid less than the value they create, as should be, because again, businesses are there to make money. And so anyway, the paycheck comes back and it goes right into my bank account. I put the bank account in yellow. It's right under me. It's kind of an energy neutral kind of thing. A bank account is good. It's great. It's important part of life, but I don't really see that kind of taking energy away from me or giving me any energy. Maybe it's giving me a little bit of energy if there's some kind of interest earned, but I don't really looking at that too closely. Okay. So what happens in step 3? This is all the way on the right-hand side of the screen on the bottom. Well, I got to pay bills. And so the energy is leaving me again. This money here, it's energy, and it's leaving my bank account, and it's going to pay bills. Now, what kind of bills am I paying? Housing, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, clothing, entertainment, education, so on and so forth. Now, I drew things to scale here. So you can see on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, pay bills. This is key. This is smaller. It's about half the size of the paycheck. Now, this is going to be different for everyone, but the key is that the bills has to be less than the paycheck for the dividend magnet theory to work. It's impossible to invest in stocks if the bills, for example, equal or exceed the paycheck because no money will be left. And so that's step 3. The bills are paid, but thankfully the bank account has some money left over because again, bills is less than paycheck. You can just see there by comparing the scale of those two illustrations. I try to draw everything today in the video to scale. But as you can see on the screen, next what I do is I have a step 4. Step 4 is just kind of emergency fund. Again, this is energy neutral. It's good to have. I guess it probably should be green even because there is some positive energy there, some sleep well at night by just having an emergency fund. This is good stuff. But I kind of leave it yellow just because this isn't the point of this illustration. It's a necessity of getting started to have that emergency fund. It's kind of the basics. But here's what's fun. Once the emergency fund is built up, once the bills are paid, when the money is left over from the paycheck, it goes from my bank account to step 5, which is buying dividend stocks. One brick at a time. Again, it's just a brick. You can see if I add up steps 5 and 3, they kind of equal the size of the paycheck. So half that paycheck's going to bills in this illustration, half buying dividend stocks. And of course, the paycheck, this isn't just a one and done. This is with every paycheck, every time the paycheck comes. There's a cycle here. This is an active work investing cycle that is increasingly bringing joy and fulfillment and positivity to the investor's life. But I buy the dividend stocks. What does that mean? Oh my goodness, I have a new team member, positive energy. I illustrate this by representing a person there next to number 6. Because here's another fun way of looking at it. When I buy shares of dividend stocks, even one share, when I buy each single share, each share represents a person, if you will, who becomes part of my team. And this person is out there working for me, out there making money, bringing that money back to me in the form of dividend checks. And so I have such positive energy in my life when I buy these dividend stocks because now I have an outsourced team doing work for me, but it gets better. As you can see on the screen, check it out. This is kind of step 7. My team multiplies. You can see there that my first team member has a child. I represent kind of a smaller team member because it's a younger team member, I guess. And the dividend team multiplies. The energy of dividend increases and reinvestment is why this happens. You may remember I was talking about the dividend snowball effect. What's happening here is just the dividend stocks I buy, they increase the dividend over time, and I'm reinvesting during this magnet theory. And so the team grows. And in step 8, over time, the team just keeps growing and growing and growing. Step 8 is kind of meant to represent not only is reinvestment doing its thing, not only is dividend increases doing its thing, but also I continue to actively work. When I actively work, yes, I pay my bills. Yes, I get the emergency fund to a critical mass, and then that's done with. And then I take what's left over and I keep buying brick by brick by brick. And so I have this snowball effect really encapsulated in this diagram on the left-hand side. And you can see the team of outsourced workers who are making money for me just keeps multiplying. But as you can see, check it out. Let's look at it. So step 8 there, it grows. The team grows. But what's great about this team is this team has one purpose, and it's really to focus solely on my own well-being. They give me everything. They're so generous. I'm so grateful. They eventually completely replace my need for active/job income and then some. Because you can kind of see this box, I drew it to a size where it's really they're at parity with active work all the way in step 1, and it's just going to keep growing. This is the snowball, but it doesn't really run downhill. It's not running away from me. The team is there for me. This team will always be there. They got my back. And eventually the team gets so big that I have this whole support group. I draw it as a cloud on the top. All of these team members in this cloud kind of living above me with all of these arrows pointed towards me. And the team just showers me with positive energy. I'm a magnet now for money, for happiness, for health, for world-class travel, for fun experiences, for so much more. And what's interesting in the cloud at the top of this diagram is that team at this point, honestly, it's not just the dividend stocks. The dividend stocks end up making so much money that I can hire people in life to help me with certain things. What if I want to hire a consultant to help with a project? What if I want to hire someone to help clean my house or clean my car? What if I want to hire someone to cook a meal? And so this is where the team starts becoming a combination of dividend stocks and real people, and I become a magnet for everything good in this world. This is why I invest for dividends. This is why I do what I do. I believe this strategy can make anyone out there a magnet for success in life. And I'm starting to feel like this dividend magnet theory, it's even a cooler way to look at things than the snowball. But of course, I love looking at it like a snowball as well. Put in the comments below, please, what you think about my new dividend magnet theory. I hope you like it. I always look forward to your comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click the like button. It means the world to me. Hey everyone, thank you so much. Before I go, in terms of full disclosure, I'm long the stock mentioned today. I am long IBM, ticker IBM. In terms of a friendly disclaimer, today's video, it's not investment advice. I'm not a licensed investment advisor. I'm just sharing my personal journey here on YouTube for fun and entertainment. It's possible to lose money in the stock market. Please consult your licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. I can't wait to see you in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next dividend stock investing video.